नमस्सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य तिङन्तप्रक्रियायाः पाठे द्वितीयः वर्गः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। Before we start, for those who are attending the webinar for the first time, we'll start with all attendees muted to reduce the disturbance. If you have any questions or any doubts, please use either there is a hand raise symbol in the webinar panel to your right side. So there is a symbol shaped like a hand. So if you use that, if you click that once, I can see your hand raised and I can unmute you so that you can ask your question. Or you can also use the questions panel where you can type in a question and send it so that I will read out the question and then answer it. So please feel free to interrupt me with doubts or questions whenever you do not follow. Right. So before we start, I'd also like to just show you the last file, the Ashtadhyayi file, which is available for download from the Pathashala. So this is just a file. It does not have much as in this. So it has, as you can see, it has a sutra number. The sutra, there is Padacheda, which splits the words. What I have done in this file, as in my edition for this file is Ashtadhyayi is available for download from many sites, including the Sanskrit documents. What I have added in this file is this. I have highlighted the sutras which are required for Tinganta Prakriya. Okay, both colors. The colors are just to contrast where there is a difference in the Prakarana. So everything that is highlighted in the text in this file is required for Tinganta Prakarana. We will be learning those sutras definitely. There might be one or a few sutras which have not been, which have missed being highlighted. So I'll keep updating this file so that it will be highlighted. The second thing I have added is what is called the Prakaranam. Okay. If you remember, one of the books I suggested for the course was Ashtadhyayi Sutra Pataha Prakarana Nirdesha Samanvitaha by Dr. Pushpa Dikshit. What she does there is for each thing she gives a heading on what exactly the sutra is about, which makes it very easy to understand things through as sets and to know what it does. Okay, so I have added the prakarana for the highlighted sutras. Wherever it's highlighted, I have taken the prakarana and added it from her list. Say for example, Vruddhiraja is Vruddhi Samya. So Niticha and Didhi Vevitam are sutras concerned with Guna Vruddhi Nishedha. As you go on, you can find other such things, say Nitwadidesha. So there is one whole Itsamya Prakarana is there as one set. So then there is Atmanepada Prakarana, Ubhayapada Prakarana, and so on. Right? So please download this file. It is useful for reference. I'm planning to update it in different ways. So I'll the update there will carry also the date on which it was updated, so you can have a look at it and download the latest version whenever it is available. So somebody wants me to repeat the books required for the course. So as I said, there is actually no particular book which is compulsory for the course. Okay, so the only thing compulsory is Ashtadhyayi. Even if you don't get the Prakarana Nirdesha, it is fine. Any copy of Ashtadhyayi will do. Any edition. This is preferred because, as I said, it is easier to know what exactly is the topic the sutra is dealing with. And there is one more edition, I think Gopal Datta Pandeya, which highlights the terms which are taken as anuvritti. So that is also one useful addition. But basically any addition of Ashtadhyayi should do, and any addition of Dhatu Patha. Again, there is a Prakriyanusari Dhatu Patha of Dr. Pushpa Dikshit. If you have it, it is fine. Otherwise, any Dhatu Patha which is also available on the web will do. There is a third reference book which I listed, which was Ashtadhyayi Sahaja Bodha by Dr. Pushpa Dikshit, the parts 1 and 2. Those are the ones. There's actually self-study books which are there in Hindi. Okay, so they deal completely with the Tinganta Prakriya. So if you want to have them, you can have them. It is not compulsory. You can read through it and you can learn. So that is again available from Pratibha Prakashan. One of my students informed me, gave me the contact details of the Pratibha Prakashan, the proprietor, who can be contacted directly for the books. Okay, it is a Delhi publishing house. So the contact details have been given in the Pathashala. If you look at the course page on the right side, there is something called announcements. So in that, you have the contact details of Pratibha Prakashan. If you want, you can directly contact and find out if you can get the books. Okay, so that was the prelude to today's class. Any questions before we start? गतकक्ष्यायाम् अष्टाध्याय्याः क्रमस्य तथैव okay, there is a question. Yes, DVN Sharma Mahodaya, you have a question?
If you include Adhikara and Anuvritti also in the file you have supplied,
yeah,
it will be much more useful.
I am working on it.
Because there are many columns empty there. You know?
Yeah, I understand. I am working on including the Anuvritti and Adhikara, but it will take some time. As I said, I'll update the file, but I'm working on it. It's something which I need myself for my reference. So that will be available after.
Thank you.
Yeah. गतकक्ष्यायाम् अष्टाध्याय्याः क्रमः तथा नव्याध्ययनक्रमः विशिष्य सिद्धान्तकौमुदीम् अधिकृत्य तत्र कः भेदः इति दृष्टवन्तः। तथैव पुष्पादीक्षितमहाभागायाः अस्मिन् क्रमे कः विशेषः अथवा कीदृशः क्रमः तया अनुसृतः इत्यपि बिन्दुमात्रेण ज्ञातम्. It's only a small introduction, so we will know more about her method as we progress. अस्मिन् क्रमे प्रायेण अष्टाध्यायीम् अनुसृत्यैव अध्ययनं प्रचलति. अष्टाध्याय्याः संरचना आदौ ज्ञातव्या येन जानन्ति. अष्टाध्यायी यथा नाम्नैव ज्ञायते अष्टौ अध्यायाः सन्ति. अष्टानाम् अध्यायानां समाहारः अष्टाध्यायी इति ग्रन्थः. प्रत्यध्यायं चत्वारः पादाः सन्ति. प्रथमाध्याये प्रथमपादतः आरभ्य अष्टमाध्याये चतुर्थपादपर्यन्तं 32 पादाः, प्रायः ऊनचतुस्सहस्रं सूत्राणि. So there's less than 4000. सूत्रम् अभिज्ञातुम् अतिमुख्यं भवति सूत्रसङ्ख्या. सूत्रसङ्ख्या अष्टाध्याय्यां कुत्र पठितम् इदं सूत्रम्. सूत्रसङ्ख्या तिसृभिः सङ्ख्याभिः लिख्यते. प्रथमसंख्या अध्यायस्य संख्या, द्वितीया पादसंख्या, तृतीया सूत्रसंख्या। इदानीं यथा वृद्धिरादैच् इति प्रथमं सूत्रं, तस्य संख्या भवति 111। प्रथमाध्याये प्रथमपादे प्रथमं सूत्रं। सूत्रसंख्या अत्यन्तम् उपयोगाय भवति। एकं तु अष्टाध्याय्यां कुत्र अस्ति सूत्रम् इति ज्ञातुं, कुत्र अस्ति इति ज्ञायते चेत् तत्र अनुवृत्तिः का, अधिकारः कः इत्यादि ज्ञातुं शक्यते। सूत्रार्थज्ञानार्थं सूत्रक्रमः, सूत्रसंख्या अपेक्षिता। एकस्मिन् स्थले सूत्रद्वयं यदि प्रवर्तते, सूत्रद्वयस्य प्रवृत्तिप्रसक्तिः यदि अस्ति, तर्हि किं सूत्रम् उपयोक्तव्यम् इत्यत्र कश्चन नियमः अस्ति। परसूत्रम् उपयोक्तव्यं, पूर्वसूत्रम् उपयोक्तव्यम् इत्यादि। तत्सर्वं ज्ञातुमपि सूत्रसंख्या अत्यावश्यकी। अ इति अन्यत् सूत्रं पश्यामश्चेत् अष्टमाध्याये चतुर्थपादे अष्टषष्टितममिदं सूत्रम्, अष्टाध्याय्याः अन्तिमं सूत्रम्। सो सर्वेषां सूत्राणां सूत्रसंख्या भवति। सर्वत्र यत्र यत्र शक्यते तत्र सूत्रसंख्यासहितमेव पठामः। क्वचित् सूत्रसंख्यायां भेदः दृश्येत, पाठान्तरमस्ति, क्वचिदेव। Okay, very few cases where the sutra sankhya might not be exactly the same. If you look at a couple of sutras behind or forward, you will find the sutra. Okay, so because of something like yoga vibhaga, etc., which is accepted by some, not accepted, but mostly the sutra sankhya's you should be able to find sutras with the sutra sankhya. Okay. So idanim तिङन्त प्रकरणस्य अध्ययनात् पूर्वं काश्चन संज्ञाः अध्येतव्याः। गतवर्गे दृष्टवन्तः संज्ञा च परिभाषा च विधिर्नियम एव च अतिदेशोऽधिकारश्च सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः। षड्विधानि सूत्राणि सन्ति। संज्ञा, परिभाषा, विधिः, नियमः, अतिदेशः, अधिकारः। तत्र संज्ञासूत्रं शास्त्रोपयोगीनि पारिभाषिकपदानि एव संज्ञाः। So terms which are specifically used in this shastra, in Vyakarana, to mean a particular thing. Okay. पाणिनिना अनेकविधाः संज्ञाः उपयुक्ताः। केचन संज्ञाः स्वयं तेन आविष्कृताः किञ्चित् पदार्थं द्योतयितुं, काश्चन संज्ञाः पूर्वाचार्यैः उपयुक्ताः, पाणिनेः अपि प्राक्कालिकैः वैयाकरणैः उपयुक्ताः, तेन स्वीकृताः। प्रायेण पाणिनिः शास्त्रे या संज्ञा उपयुक्ता सर्वमपि लक्षयति. He will define most of the specific technical terms used in his Vyakarana. But there are a few terms which we use which Panini has not defined or Panini has not given, but still we use it because of the parampara. But mostly it is what has been defined by Panini. So in this class we will take a quick look at the major samnyas which are useful for Tinganta Prakarana. Okay? This is not to cover all the samnyas, nor to cover all the details about each samnya. It is just an overview of the main samnyas which will be used throughout Tinganta Prakarana. If you have studied Kaumudi or Lagu Kaumudi or any other text, you should be familiar with most of the samnyas. So, but if you are not, this is enough as and it gives a quick overview. यथा मया उक्तं यत्र यत्र प्रश्नः अस्ति कृपया पृच्छ्यताम्। आदौ वृद्धिसंज्ञा गुणसंज्ञा च अष्टाध्याय्याः क्रमेणैव पश्यामः यत्र यत्र संज्ञासूत्राणि तथा। अष्टाध्याय्याः प्रथमं सूत्रमस्ति वृद्धिरादैच्। पदद्वयमस्ति सूत्रे, वृद्धिः आदैच् इति। आदैच् वृद्धिसंज्ञं स्यात् इति सूत्रार्थः। स्पष्टमस्ति, आत् ऐच् वृद्धिः। सो आदैच् इस् काल्ड् वृद्धि। आदैच् इति किम्? आ इत्यनेन आकारः गृह्यते, ऐच् इत्यनेन ऐच् इति प्रत्याहारः। ऐ औच् इत्यत्र द्वौ वर्णौ ऐ औ इत्येते ऐच् प्रत्याहारेण गृह्यन्ते. सो आ ऐ औ इति त्रयाणां वर्णानां वृद्धिः इति संज्ञा भवति. मध्ये तकारः अस्ति, तस्य किं पात्रमिति अनन्तरं पश्यामः. तस्य कः अर्थः इति. आ ऐ औ आद् ऐच् आकारः दीर्घस्य आकारस्य तथा दीर्घयोः ऐकार औकारयोः वृद्धिः इति संज्ञा. Is there a question? Did you have a question, Chari Mahodaya? I have unmuted you. As I said, you will be muted by, all audience, all attendees are muted at the beginning to avoid disturbance, because if you are unmuted, it will cause disturbance. If you have a question, please raise your hand or type in your question so that I can answer. So akara, aikara, aukaranam वृद्धिः इति संज्ञा. उदाहरणार्थं तद्धिते श्वचामादेः इति सूत्रमस्ति. तद्धितप्रत्यये परे प्रथमस्य स्वरस्य अचः वृद्धिः इति विधीयते. दशरथ इत्यस्ति. दशरथस्य अपत्यं दाशरथिः. द इति अकारस्य स्थाने वृद्धिः आकारः. तत्रैव यदि इकारः अस्ति, यथा विश्रवस् इत्यस्ति, तर्हि वैश्रवस् इकारस्य स्थाने ऐकारः भवति. उकारः अस्ति चेत् कुन्ती इत्यस्ति चेत् उकारस्य वृद्धिः भवति कौन्तेयः. आदेः अचः वृद्धिः. अकारस्य अस्ति चेत् आकारः वृद्धिरूपेण दाशरथिः. वैवस्वतः विवस्वत् इत्यस्ति चेत् वैवस्वतः. कुन्ती इत्यस्ति चेत् कौन्तेयः. एवं वृद्धिः द्रष्टुं शक्यते. अदेङ्गुणः इति अष्टाध्याय्याः द्वितीयं सूत्रम्. अ त एङ् गुणः. गुणः इति संज्ञा. अ इत्यनेन ह्रस्वाकारः, एङ् इत्यनेन एकार ओकारौ. ए एंड ओ ह्रस्वाकार. ह्रस्वाकारस्य एकार ओकाराणां च गुणः इति संज्ञा भवति. So these three are always referred to by the term guna. यदि सूत्रे गुणशब्दः उपयुज्यते. मिदेर् गुणः अस्ति. मिद् इत्यस्य गुणः इकारः अस्ति, तस्य स्थाने गुणः एकारः मेद्यति. एवमेव ह्रस्वस्य गुणः इत्यस्ति. सम्बोधने हे हरि इत्यस्ति चेत् इकारस्य गुणः हे हरे. एवं हे गुरु इत्यस्ति चेत् उकारस्य गुणः हे गुरो. इत्यादिषु गुणस्य प्रवृत्तिः द्रष्टुं शक्यते. ह्रस्वाकारस्य एकार ओकारयोश्च गुणः इति संज्ञा. दीर्घ आकारस्य ऐकार औकारयोश्च वृद्धिः इति संज्ञा. अन्यः कश्चन अंशः अस्ति अत्र. वयम् इदानीं संज्ञासूत्राणि पश्यामः. प्रायेण सर्वत्र संज्ञा शब्दः उत्तरत्र पठ्यते. प्रथमं संज्ञी, that which gets the name, and then he defines the term. अदेङ्गुणः, हलोनन्तरः संयोगः, मुखनासिका वचनोनुनासिकः, etc. So there are only two exceptions. One is वृद्धि. वृद्धिरादैच् इत्यस्ति. तत्रैव आदौ वृद्धिशब्दः पठ्यते. सो पाणिनि प्रायेण वयं पश्यामः शास्त्रग्रन्थेषु मङ्गलं भवति. यथा सिद्धान्तकौमुद्यां मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य इत्यादि मङ्गलं पठ्यते. प्रायेण सर्वेषु शास्त्रेषु मङ्गलं दृश्यते, किन्तु पाणिनिः पृथक् मङ्गलं न करोति. वृद्धिशब्देनैव मङ्गलं सूचयति. तत्सूचनार्थमेव तत्र वृद्धिपदम् आदौ प्रयुक्तम्. वृद्धिरादैच् अदेङ्गुणः. अग्रे संयोगः अनुनासिकः इति संज्ञां पश्यामः. Yes. प्रश्नः अस्ति वा चारी महोदय? There is a question that I said there are two exceptions, which is the other. अपृक्त एकाल प्रत्ययः इत्यस्ति अत्रैव पठामः अग्रे. तत्र अपृक्त इति शब्दः आदौ पठ्यते. तत् संज्ञासूत्रं वा न वा इत्यत्रैव मतभेदः अस्ति. केचन वदन्ति तत् परिभाषासूत्रम् इति, किन्तु तत्र अपृक्तः प्रायेण संज्ञा इति स्वीक्रियते. तत्र तु संज्ञापदं पूर्वत्र दृश्यते. इतरत्र सर्वत्र सर्वेषु सूत्रेषु संज्ञापदम् उत्तरत्रैव श्रूयते. अग्रिमसंज्ञा अस्ति संयोगसंज्ञा. हलोऽनन्तराः संयोगः. हलः अनन्तराः संयोगः. अन्तरः इस् अ गैप. अनन्तराः हलः. अव्यवहिताः इत्यर्थः. अज्भिः अव्यवहिताः हलः संयोगसंज्ञाः स्युः. हलः हल् इति प्रत्याहारः व्यञ्जनं गृह्यते. हयवरट् इत्यारभ्य हल् इति लकारपर्यन्तं प्रत्याहारः व्यञ्जनम्. अव्यवहिताः हलः which are not separated. Not separated by what? अज्भिः, by an oval in between. यत्र द्वयोः हलोः मध्ये अज्वर्णः न दृश्यते तादृशयोः हल्वर्णयोः संयोगः इति संज्ञा भवति. This is what we call a conjunct consonant. कृष्णः इत्यस्ति शकारः नकारः. अत्र त्रीणि व्यञ्जनानि सन्ति. ककारः अस्ति, शकारः, नकारः. ककारस्य शकारस्य च मध्ये ऋकारः अस्ति. क ऋ ष अज्भिः व्यवहितौ हलौ, अतः तत्र संयोगसंज्ञा नास्ति. शकारस्य णकारस्य च मध्ये अन्यः अज्वर्णः नाम स्वरः नास्ति, अतः अयं संयोगः. श्न श्न शकार णकारयोः संयोगः. संस्कृतं सकार ककारयोः संयोगः. So I have highlighted the whole syllable, but that does not mean the rikara is included in the sanyoga. I could not highlight the rikara, so this sanyoga is only between the two hal. Sakara kakarayoh sanyogah, atra shakara nakarayoh sanyogah. अनुनासिकः मुखनासिका वचनः अनुनासिकः. पदद्वयमस्ति. मुखसहितनासिकया उच्चार्यमाणः वर्णः अनुनासिकसंज्ञः स्यात्. सर्वे वर्णाः मुखेनैव उच्यन्ते, यत्र नासिकायाः अपि साहाय्यं विद्यते. So nasal tone is called अनुनासिक. मुखसहितनासिकया उच्चार्यमाणः वर्णः अनुनासिकसंज्ञः स्यात्. So अनुनासिकः सर्वेषां स्वराणां सम्भवति. यथा अ इत्युक्ते निरनुनासिकः, आ इति सानुनासिकः. सर्वेषां स्वराणाम् अनुनासिकः प्रभेदः अस्ति. व्यञ्जनेषु वर्गे पञ्चमाः ङ ञ ण न म इति पञ्चवर्णाः अनुनासिकाः. तथैव यकार वकार लकाराः एतेषाम् अनुनासिकप्रभेदः अस्ति. यथा संयोगः इति यदा वदामः तत्र अनुनासिकः यकारः उपयुज्यते. संवत्सरः इत्यत्र अनुनासिकः वकारः श्रूयते. संलापः इत्यत्र अनुनासिकः लकारः. व्यञ्जनेषु एतेषां सप्तानामेव अनुनासिकत्वम् अस्ति. स्वरेषु तु सर्वेषां स्वराणां अनुनासिकप्रभेदः विद्यते. अत्र प्रश्नद्वयमस्ति. संस्कृतम् इत्यत्र मकारः सकारः ककारश्च अस्ति, अतः संयोगद्वयमस्ति वा इति. वस्तुतः अत्र मकारः नास्ति, अनुस्वारः अस्ति. यदि मकारः अस्ति तर्हि यदि हल् त्रयमस्ति तर्हि द्वौ संयोगौ, द्वयोः हलोः एकः संयोगः. So if there are more than two consonants, then we say कृत्स्नम् तकार सकारस्य एकः संयोगः सकार नकारस्य एकः संयोगः इति सत्यं संस्कृतम् इत्यत्र तु अनुस्वारः अस्ति अनुस्वारः वस्तुतः सः अयोगवाहः इति वदामः न अच् नैव हल् okay it is neither ach nor hal संस्कृतम् इत्यत्र सकार ककारयोरेव संयोगः यदि हल् त्रयम् अस्ति तर्हि संयोगत्रयं संयोगद्वयं भवति अपरः प्रश्नः अस्ति मुखनासिका वचनः यदि सर्वे वर्णाः मुखेनैव उच्चार्यन्ते तर्हि किमर्थं मुखशब्दः इति अनुस्वारः केवलं नासिकया एव उच्चार्यते केवलं नासिकावचनः अनुनासिकः इत्युक्ते केवलनासिका अनुस्वारस्य उच्चारणे प्रयुज्यते अतः केवलस्य अनुस्वारस्य अनुनासिकसंज्ञा स्यात् तत् न इष्यते यत्र मुखेन उच्चार्यमाणः वर्णः तत्र नासिकायाः साहाय्यमस्ति तत्रैव अनुनासिकसंज्ञा इष्यते अतः अनुनासिकाः सर्वेषां स्वराणां वर्गपञ्चमानां य व ल इत्येतेषाम् अनुनासिकाः सम्भवन्ति तत्र वर्गपञ्चमाः नित्यम् अनुनासिकाः compulsorily anunaसिकास् swaras and ya wala they have both anunasika and ananunasika types संप्रसारणम् इति एका संज्ञा इग्यणः संप्रसारणम् इति संप्रसारणसंज्ञा विधायकं सूत्रम् इक् यणः संप्रसारणम् इक् इति प्रत्याहारः अ इ उण् ऋ लृक् इ उ ऋ लृ इति चत्वारः स्वराः इक् शब्देन उच्यन्ते यण् इत्यनेन चत्वारि व्यञ्जनानि य व र ल इग् यणः यणः स्थाने प्रयुज्यमानः यः इक् सः संप्रसारणसंज्ञः स्यात् वयं यण् सन्धौ किं कुर्मः इकः स्थाने यणं प्रयुञ्ज्महे इति अपि इत्यस्ति इत्यपि इकारस्य स्थाने यकारः मधु अरिः मध्वरिः उकारस्य स्थाने वकारः सः यण् सन्धिः संप्रसारणम् इति तु यणः स्थाने इक् संप्रसारण is a reverse of यण् यणादेश okay so instead of यण् we use इक् for example यज् इति धातुः अस्ति तत्र यकारस्य संप्रसारणं भवति इकारः अतः इज् इज्यते यजति इज्यते एवं वपति उप्यते वकारः अस्ति वकारस्य संप्रसारणम् उकारः उप्यते व्रश्च इति एकः धातुः अस्ति तत्र रेफः अस्ति रेफस्य संप्रसारणेन ऋकारः क्रियते अतः वृश्च इकारः उकारः ऋकारः एतेषां संप्रसारणम् इति संज्ञा इक् यणः यणः स्थाने यः इक् सः संप्रसारणसंज्ञः भवति लोपः इति संज्ञा अदर्शनं लोपः प्रसक्तस्य अदर्शनं लोपसंज्ञं स्यात् so lopa is simply something not being seen which should have been there but it is not seen prasaktasya adarshanam lopasamnyam syat okay so lopah iti samnya adarshanam eva samni just disappearance or it not being seen is what we call the samni here so there is another variety of lopa pratyayasya luk shlu lupah प्रत्ययस्य अदर्शनं यत्र प्रत्ययः न दृश्यते तत्र विशिष्य तिस्रः संज्ञाः उपयुज्यन्ते लुक् श्लु लुप् इति लुक् श्लु लुप् शब्दैः कृतं प्रत्ययादर्शनं क्रमात् तत्तत्संज्ञं स्यात् यत्र लुक् भवति इति उच्यते तत्र प्रत्ययस्य अदर्शनम् इत्येव अर्थः तस्य लुक् इति संज्ञा एवं श्लु भवति इत्युक्तेपि अदर्शनम् इत्येव अर्थः लोपः इत्येव अर्थः किन्तु त्रयः विशिष्टशब्दाः उपयुज्यन्ते लुक् श्लु लुप् इति किमर्थम् एतेषां शब्दानाम् एताः संज्ञाः इति चेत् यत्र यत्र लुक् भवति अर्थात् लोपः क्रियते किन्तु लुका लुप्यते लुक् इति शब्देन लोपः अर्थात् अदर्शनं क्रियते तत्र विशिष्टानि कार्याणि भवन्ति यत्र श्लु शब्देन लुप्यते तत्र विशिष्टानि कार्याणि यत्र लुप् इत्यनेन लोपः क्रियते तत्र विशिष्टानि कार्याणि उदाहरणार्थं श्लु जुहोत्यादिभ्यः श्लुः इत्यस्ति तृतीयगणे धातुगणान् पठामः तत्र तृतीयगणे ये धातवः पठ्यन्ते तेभ्यः परस्य शप् इति प्रत्ययस्य श्लु विधीयते अर्थात् प्रत्ययः न दृश्यते किं प्रयोजनम् इति चेत् श्लौ इत्यनेन द्वित्वं विधीयते बिकास् इट् इस् श्लु there we have dvitva that is why if you look at dhatus of the third gana da dadati dha dadhati bhi bibheti hu juhoti everywhere you hear the dvitva is because of the shlu so he keeps the categories separate because the lopa will result in different things in different categories luka lupte bhinnam karyam bhavati shluna lupte bhinnam karyam lupa lupte bhinnam karyam kevalah lopah yatra uchyate tatra api bhinnam karyam so it is just everywhere it is disappearance but he has categorized that into four for purpose of different karyas okay tatah adarshanam lopah pratyayasya luk shlu लुपः ततः टी उपधा इति संज्ञाद्वयम् Please excuse me for a moment. अचोन्त्यादि टि इति टि संज्ञा विधायकं सूत्रम् टि इति एव एका संज्ञा अचो अन्त्यादि टि अचः अन्त्यादि टि इति पदत्रयमस्ति कः अर्थः अचां मध्ये यः अन्त्यः सः आदिः यस्य तत् टिसंज्ञं स्यात् अचां मध्ये यः अन्त्यः कश्चन शब्दः अस्ति तत्र बहवः अचः भवितुमर्हन्ति तत्र यः अन्तिमः अच् अचां मध्ये यः अन्त्यः सः आदिः यस्य तस्मादारभ्य यद्यदस्ति तत्सर्वमपि टिसंज्ञं भवति उदाहरणं पश्यामः राम इत्यस्ति आकारः एकः अच् मकारोत्तरः अकारः एकः अच् अचां मध्ये यः अन्त्यः नाम अकारः सादिः यस्य so after akara we do not have anything so a is called t so if you come to something like rajan a iti punah ach dvayam asti antima ach akarah saha adihi yasya tasmad achah arabhya yadyadasti agre tat sarvamapi tisamyam atah an iti atra tisamyakam so t is the last ach plus any consonants that follow okay so beginning from the last ach whatever follows is called t so rajan ityatra an iti t mart iti shabdah asti it's not an english mart samskrite mart ityasti mrij dhatoh nishpannah तत्र आकारः एक एव अच् अस्ति अग्रे हल् द्वयमस्ति रेफः टकारः आर्ट् इत्यस्य टिसंज्ञा भवति. So generally we do not find more than one consonant at the end. We do find in some cases. So yatra asti antimah ach tata arabhya agre yadyadasti tat sarvamapi ti samnyaya abhidhiyate. अलोन्त्यात् पूर्व उपधा अलः अन्त्यात् पूर्वः उपधा अन्त्यात् अलः पूर्वः वर्णः उपधासंज्ञः स्यात्. अल् इति प्रत्याहारः अ इ उन् इत्यारभ्य हल् पर्यन्तं सर्वे वर्णाः गृह्यन्ते. सो अल् इस् अ pratyahara for all letters. Okay. So antyadalah purvah varnah. So that which precedes the last al, the last letter is called upadha, which is the penultimate letter. Upantimah varnah upadha shabdena abhidhiyate. Path ityasti ठकारः अन्तिमः वर्णः तस्मात् पूर्वः अकारः अतः अकारः उपधा संज्ञकः. एवं मिद् इत्यस्ति चेत् दकारः अन्तिमः वर्णः अन्तिमः अल् तस्मात् पूर्वः इकारः उपधा संज्ञकः. वन इत्यस्ति अकारान्तशब्दः अकारः अन्तिमः अल् तस्मात् पूर्वः नकारः उपधा संज्ञकः. यदि शब्दः हलन्तः तर्हि उपधायां प्रायेण अच्, किन्तु यदि मार्ट् इत्यस्ति तर्हि रेफः उपधा संज्ञकः. So the letter before the last letter, which whatever is the last letter, the one before it is called upadha. It can be anything. It can be ach, it can be hal. It's a single letter. Upadha is a single letter which is the penultimate letter, whereas T is the last ach followed by any consonants which are present. Okay. Achontyadipi alontyat purva upadha. प्रत्याहारः प्रत्याहारः इति शब्दः पाणिनिना नोपयुक्तः. परम्परया उपयुञ्ज्महे, किन्तु पाणिनेः ग्रन्थे प्रत्याहारः इति शब्दः नास्ति, किन्तु प्रत्याहारकरणं तु सूत्रेण एव क्रियते. आदिरन्त्येन सहेत इति सूत्रम्. अन्त्ये आदिः अन्त्येन सह इता इति चत्वारि पदानि सन्ति. अन्त्येन इता सहितः आदिः मध्यगानां स्वस्य च संज्ञा स्यात्. It is another samnya which we will define later. As I said, for now, for reference, all the last letters in Maheshwara Sutras are called it. A, I, un ityatra nakarah it. Rilk ityatra kakarah it. Ityadi. Antyena ita sahitah adihi. Kaschit adimah varnah. अन्त्येन इत्संज्ञकेन वर्णेन सहितः मध्यगानां स्वस्य च संज्ञा स्यात्. सो सः प्रत्याहारः. सो अन्त्येन इता सहितः आदिः एव प्रत्याहारः. यथा अण् इत्यस्ति अकारः णकारेण सह अण् इति प्रत्याहारः. तेन किम् उच्यते? मध्यगानां मध्ये ये ये वर्णाः अ इ उण्, सो मध्ये इ उ इति सन्ति. स्वस्य च, स्वस्य नाम अकारस्य आदेष्ट संज्ञा भवति. सो श अण् इत्यनेन अ इ उ, अक् इत्यनेन अ इ उ ऋ ल. एवं प्रत्याहाराः क्रियन्ते. शल् इत्यस्ति श ष सर् हल्. श ष स ह इति चत्वारः वर्णाः शल् इत्यनेन गृह्यन्ते. So we saw pratyaharas in the last class. I am just including it here to give the sutra for pratyahara. Atra pratyaharah samnya. An ityeva samnya. A I U ityete samyinah. Yatha vruddhirade ityatra vruddhihi iti samnya. A I O iti samyinah. Tatha atra an iti samnya. A I U iti samyinah. Pratyekam pratyaharah api ekah samnya ityeva pariganyate. पाणिनेः अष्टाध्याय्यां वार्तिकेन च प्रायः 44 प्रत्याहाराः उपयुक्ताः. There are 44 pratyaharas which have been used. We saw some of the main pratyaharas in the last class. The more, we will see as we see them in the sutras. ह्रस्व दीर्घ प्लुत इति संज्ञात्रयं स्वराणां विधीयते. ऊकालोज्ह्रस्वदीर्घप्लुतः इति सूत्रम्. ऊकालः अच् ह्रस्व दीर्घ प्लुतः इति पदत्रयम् अस्ति सूत्रे. उश्च ऊश्च ऊश्च वः वामकालः इवकालः यस्य सः अच् क्रमात् ह्रस्व दीर्घ प्लुतसंज्ञः स्यात् इति सूत्रार्थः कौमुद्याम्. Please note, I am using mostly sutrarthas from the Siddhanta Kaumudi. As we saw, अष्टाध्याय्यां केवलं सूत्रं पठ्यते, सूत्रार्थः वा उदाहरणानि वा न दीयन्ते. येषु ग्रन्थेषु सूत्रस्य अर्थः उदाहरणं च दीयते ते वृत्तिग्रन्थाः इति उच्यते. सूत्रार्थः एव वृत्तिः इति शब्देनापि अभिधीयते. काशिका वृत्तिः अस्ति, काशिकायामपि सूत्रार्थः द्रष्टुं शक्यः. प्रथमा वृत्तिः, तत्रापि सूत्रार्थः लभ्यते. सिद्धान्तकौमुद्यामपि सूत्रार्थः अस्ति. So I am using sutrarthas from the Siddhanta Kaumudi because of reasons. I mean, Bhattoji Dikshita sutrarthas are considered to be the best with reference to the Siddhanta because he is very accurate in his sutrarthas, even though they may not be as easily comprehensible sometimes as those of the Kashika Vritti. They are said to be more accurate, so I prefer to use the Vrittis of Siddhanta Kaumudi. But you can also, I mean, if you have a Kashika, you can always refer to the Kashika for Sutrartha. Most of the levels, it will not make much of a difference. It does make a difference in many cases when we go into the details. But for a preliminary understanding of a sutra, anything should be fine. So the colors I use always, red is for a sutra, green is for the Sutrartha from the Siddhanta Kaumudi. Okay. So ऊकालः पाणिनिः अत्र किं करोति, प्रकृतिम् अनुसृत्य करोति. उ इति स्वरः प्रकृतौ दृश्यते बहु. उदाहरणार्थं कुक्कुटस्य रवे उ इति स्वरः श्रूयते. तेन सह अन्येषां स्वराणां तोलनं करोति. वामकालः इवकालः यस्य उ इति स्वरः अस्ति, उ इत्यस्ति, ऊ इत्यस्ति. प्रमाणे भेदः. They differ in their what you call the measure, the length. Okay. So he compares those sounds which are found in nature. So any ach which is pronounced in the same kala. It is yaha ach u ityasya yaha kalah tasmin kale yaha ach uchcharyate. A iti va, I iti va, saha hrasvaha. ऊ इत्येतस्य उच्चारणकाले यः उच्चार्यते, आ इति वा, ई इति वा, ए इति वा, सः दीर्घः. एवं ऊ इति यः उच्चारणकालः, तस्मिन् काले यः स्वरः उच्चार्यते तस्य प्लुतः इति संज्ञा. वामकालः इवकालः यस्य सः अच् क्रमात् ह्रस्व दीर्घ प्लुतसंज्ञः स्यात्. So this we define by the term called matra. A iti uchcharanartham yaha kalah apekshate saha matra iti shabdena abhidhiyate. Ekamatro bhaved hrasvah dvimatro dirgha uchyate. Ekamatra kalena uchcharyamanaha swaraha hrasvah iti. Dvimatra kalah yasya apekshate saha dirghaha. Trimatrastu pluto jneyah. प्लुतस्य उच्चारणे मात्रात्रयं कदाचित् तदधिकं. व्यञ्जनं तु अर्धमात्रकं. केवलस्य व्यञ्जनस्य उच्चारणे अर्धमात्रा क च इति उच्चारणे अर्धमात्रा इति काचित् कारिका. So this is not from the sutras. So there is a karika which explains hrasva, dirgha, pluta and vyanjana, the time required for their pronunciation. Okay. पुनः स्वराणां विषये संज्ञा त्रयम् उच्यते. कश्चन प्रश्नः अस्ति, अत्र वः इति शब्दस्य कः अर्थः? उ ऊ ऊ इत्येतेषां समाहारः एव वः इति उच्यते. यथा गुरु इति उकारान्तस्य गुरवः इति भवति तथा केवलस्य उ इत्यस्य वः उ इत्यस्य बहुवचने वः वस्तुतः अत्र ऊ शब्दः उ ऊ उ इति ह्रस्वः दीर्घः प्लुतः सर्वमपि ऊकालः इत्यनेन पाणिनिना उक्तः सवर्णदीर्घे कृते ऊ इति दीर्घः एव श्रूयते वस्तुतः तत्र त्रयः स्वराः सन्ति तेषां बहुवचने वः इति श्रूयते वस्तुतः ऊकारान्तः शब्दः यथा ऊ इत्यस्य बहुवचने वः इति भवति अन्ये केचन प्रश्नाः सन्ति कारिका इति शब्दस्य कः अर्थः कारिका इति कश्चन श्लोकः जनरली वी हैव इन द शास्त्रिक टेक्स्ट वी हैव सर्टेन श्लोकास which help us to which comprehensively present some information so that is what we generally refer to as karika okay so they are in the form of a shloka generally anushtup shloka and they comprehensively present some information a couplet okay so with in 2 lines that is 4 padas we have a thing which is what we generally refer to as karika okay as opposed to a sutra instead of a sentence it is a verse okay. So what is the matra of visarga is a question विसर्गस्य अर्धमात्रा इत्येव स्वीक्रियते यथा व्यञ्जनं तथा विसर्गस्यापि वाम इत्यस्य कः अर्थः उकाराणां त्रयाणाम् अपि उकाराणां वाम वः इति प्रथमा बहुवचनं वाम इति षष्ठी बहुवचनं ऊ इत्यस्य उ ऊ ऊ इत्येतेषाम् इत्यर्थः हाँ अन्यः प्रश्नः विसर्गः अपि व्यञ्जनं न स्वरः न इति अस्ति वा सत्यम् एते व्यञ्जनं क्षम्यताम् अनुस्वारः विसर्गः इति उभावपि अयोगवाहौ इति शब्देन विधीयन्ते माहेश्वरसूत्रेषु एतेषां उक्तिः नास्ति अ इ उन् इति यत्र वर्णमालां पठामः तत्र न उच्यन्ते अनुस्वारः विसर्गश्च अतः न विद्यते योगेषु अर्थात् माहेश्वरसूत्रेषु येषाम् उच्चारणं नास्ति ते अयोगवाहाः किन्तु वस्तुतः व्याकरणे अच्त्वेनापि स्वीक्रियन्ते हल्त्वेनापि स्वीक्रियन्ते दे आर ट्रीटेड both as ach and hal as required by the context. I mean, I told initially, just superficially I said it is neither swara nor vyanjana, but they're actually technically they are considered both under swaras and vyanjanas as is required. Okay. So there is one more question. Yes, Upadmaniya and Jihvamuliya, yes, they are also called as Ayogavahas. So the Visarga before Kakara or Khakara is called Jihvamuliya, and the Visarga before Pakara or Phakara is called Upadmaniya. There are 4 Ayogavahas in total: Anuswara, Visarga, Jihvamuliya and Upadmaniya. Okay. There is one more question. काव्ये विसर्गः दीर्घमात्रः इति गण्यते न विसर्गः दीर्घमात्रः इति न गण्यते यदा विसर्गः परः भवति तदा ह्रस्वस्वरः गुरुः इति परिगण्यते so we will define laghu and guru later in today's class itself we will see about laghu and guru. It is not treated as dirgha, no, it is only half matra, but the swara preceding is treated as a guru because of this visarga. Okay. अस्तु उदात्तः अनुदात्तः स्वरितः इति स्वरत्रयम् उच्चैः उदात्तः उच्चैः उदात्तः इति पदद्वयम् अच् इति अनुवर्तते ऊकालः अच्. So this is what we call as anuvritti. सूत्रेषु अदृष्टं पदं सूत्रान्तरात् अनुवर्तनीयम्. So Anuvritti is one of the most powerful techniques of Ashtadhyayi by which he achieves knowledge compression. Alpaksharatvam sadhayitum Anuvrittihi atyantam pramukha. Yatra सूत्रेषु बहुषु सूत्रेषु एकमेव पदम् अपेक्ष्यते तत्र प्रत्येकं सूत्रे न वदति पाणिनिः एकस्मिन् सूत्रे वदति ततः अग्रिमसूत्रेषु अनुवर्तते इट् कंटिन्यूस् उदाहरणार्थम् अत्र अच् इत्यस्ति ऊकालोच् सूत्रसंख्यां पश्यामश्चेत् प्रथमाध्याये द्वितीयपादे 27तममिदं सूत्रम् अच् इत्यस्ति अग्रिमसूत्रेऽपि अच् इति अपेक्ष्यते किन्तु पुनः अच् इति नोच्यते उच्चैः उदात्तः अच् इति पूर्वसूत्रात् स्वीक्रियते so the sutra number the bracket indicates that it is not in this sutra it is taken from Anuvritti and the sutra number indicates the sutra from which it is taken अतः अत्र सूत्रे पदद्वयम् एकं पदम् अनुवृत्त्या लभ्यते it is only after we add all words which are coming down from Anuvritti and Adhikara that we can understand a sutra completely. Okay? If we read in the Ashtadhyayi Krama, it's very obvious. Ukaloj Shrasva Dirghaplutaha Uchchairudattaha Achiti Pratapi Sambadhyate. Ach Uchchaihi Ach Udattaha Uchchaihi Ityukte Urdhvabhage Ityarthaha Kasya Urdhvabhage Yatra Talvadishu Sabhageshu Sthaneshu ऊर्ध्वभागे निष्पन्नः अच उदात्तसंज्ञः स्यात् इति सूत्रार्थः वर्णानाम् उच्चारणे स्थानानि सन्ति तालु मूर्धा इत्यादीनि स्थानानि तत्र सभागेषु भागद्वयम् इति परिगण्यते भागद्वयम् ऊर्ध्वभागः अधोभागः इति भागद्वयम् इति परिगण्यते तत्र ऊर्ध्वभागे निष्पन्नः च तत्तत् स्थाने यदा वायुः ऊर्ध्वभागेन प्रसरति सः अच उदात्तसंज्ञः भवति so please remember this urdhva adha do not refer to the pitch okay we know that udatta anudatta swarita are swaras which in the Vedas there are different pronounced in different pitches there is higher lower and there is one median but this is not that okay these definitions are do not define the pitch it is just defining the movement of air through the different parts of the mouth it is not correlated to the pitch therefore udatta is not the higher swara udatta is the median swara if you look at the lower higher and median udatta is the median swara which you hear in the ucharana which is unmarked that is you do not find any mark say if you have a Veda vakya like this so Prano Devi so the ones in blue are all udattas they do not have any particular marking okay प्रश्नः अस्ति वा शर्मा महोदय महोदय
in practice how do we show udattah anudattah and swarita actual practice in Vyakarana according to Vyakarana tradition how are you going to
it is not possible in today's thing we do not have the Traisvarya it is found only in the Vedas today we know we can know udatta and anudatta only by the visual markings if there is a text which has been marked we can know only through it it is a problem it is definitely a problem as we will see later even in dhatus Panni has given many karyas depending on the swara but we cannot know a swara by pronunciation because the Traisvarya Patha what we call the pronunciation in three swaras is lost so today we don't have it so we use only inference I mean because we see the karya meant for a udatta we assume it is udatta or if there is a text which has been marked we look at it and say it is udatta
no you say it is uchchai means in the higher portions of the sthana that
yes.
is this murtha is the highest portion in our
no for each sthana there is a higher part and a lower part if you take murdha there is a urdhva bhaga and adho bhaga that is the technical definition that is all it is just the movement or higher or lower passage of air. That is how Panini has defined it. But for swaras, the pramana is always sampradaya. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Is it loudness? Is it volume, loudness?
No, it is not any of those. The ucharana, what you hear, the pitch or anything, is what we know from the Vaidika Sampradaya, where Swarita is what is pronounced in the higher level, Anudatta is the lower, and Udatta is what we take as the median. Okay. So these sutras do not try to define ucharana. Vedaha pramanam ucharane. Okay. So he is just defined it on how it is produced through it. So Udatta has air passing through the higher part, Anudatta has through the lower, and Swarita is a mixture of both. It has properties of both Udatta and Anudatta. Okay. Okay, so there are a few more questions here. One thing, yeah, somebody pointed out that this is, I think should be 1 to 29. There is one more here, Achashcha. Okay, so Achashcha is a Paribhasha Sutra. If you look at the marking, it is for Paribhasha. I mean, if the Harasva Dirgha Plutas will always be an Adesha for Ach. Like Ikaguna Vruddhi, we have Achashcha, which we will see in the Paribhashas. So the next one is 1 to 29. The Suchairudattaha is 1 to 29. Then 1 to 30, etc. So there is a slight change in number. I'll change it when I upload. So okay, so Achashcha iti Paribhasha Sutram tena Hrasva Dirgha Plutaha Achaha Sthane Bhavanti iti Uchyate. Okay. So Kimartham Tasmat Sutrat Achaha iti Nanu Vartate. So here it is given as a Samanadhikarana. Udattaha Uchchaihi Yaha Ach Saha Udattaha. In a Samnya Sutra, we always have the same vibhakti. That is, the Samnya and Samni are in the same vibhakti. Whereas Achashcha ityatra Achaha iti Shashti vibhakti asti. Ataha Ukaloch ityataha eva Ach iti svikriyate. Anuvrittihi. So Anuvrittehe Arambhaha Antyascha Katham Nyayate iti aparaha prashnaha. Arambhastu Nyayate Yasmin Sutre Prakhyate Tataha Agre eva Anuvartate. Kintu Antyaha na Uktaha Paninina na Uchyate. Vyakhyānena jñāyate. We know it through the commentary, the bhashya or the other vyakyanas. Only those we know the anuvritti. Generally, it is very obvious. I mean, if there are two words in the same, I mean, we generally use it through vibhakti. Say, iko yanachi. It says, ikaha yan achi. Next one says, echaha ayavayavaha. So, ikaha is shashti, echaha is shashti. Instead of yan is prathama, ayavayavaha is prathama. So the same vibhakti is replaced. So in the next sutra, ikaha is replaced by echaha, yan is replaced by ayavayavaha. A saptami vibhakti word is not found, so we take achi. So the same nimitta will continue till something opposing comes. Okay, that is a general rule. There are exceptions, so mostly vyakhyana is the pramana for deciding anuvritti. Kim paryantam anuvrittihi ityatra vyakyanameva pramanam. Okay, so I'm just is there any question which I left? Yeah, there is one which says whenever Panini mentions swara, he is discussing it as we know it. You mean as Udatta is the plain, Anudatta is lower, Swarita is higher? Yes, see, the Ucharana of Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita has been the same. I mean, the Vaidika Ucharana since Paninian time, we know that, I mean, one of the greatest things of the Vaidika Parampara is that the Ucharana has been maintained. Even before Panini, through the Pratishakyas, it has been maintained. So, the pitch is, definitely it is. So, the definition, he is not defining the pitch, he is defining something else. But it is the same thing. The Udatta, what we use today, what he meant is the same. Okay. So, as I said, today we do not have, I mean, if he looks at, he says, Udattasya dhatoho etad bhavati. We do not have in Ucharana, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. So, we understand it only through usage or through commentary, or if there is a marked patha before us. Okay, so for that it is good to understand what it means. So plain, which are not marked by any symbol, are udattas. Okay, so anudatta, nichair anudattah iti sutram. नीचैः अनुदात्तः इति पदद्वयम् अच् इति अनुवर्तते. Again there is this is 1 to 30. Okay, I made a mistake in sutra numbering. So the same thing, ताल्वादिषु सभागेषु स्थानेषु अधोभागे निष्पन्नः अच् अनुदात्तसंज्ञः स्यात्. So the sutrartha also has a error, it is anudatta. Okay, नीचैः अनुदात्तः, where air passes through the lower parts we call it as anudatta. Anudatta swara is marked by a line below. Okay, so Devi, Saraswati, Vajini, Vati. So whatever is marked below is anudatta. Okay, Swarita, Samahara Swaritaha. Samaharaha Swaritaha iti padadvayam sutre asti. Ach iti anuvartate, udattaha ityapi anuvartate, anudattaha ityapi anuvartate. उदात्तत्व अनुदात्तत्वे वर्णधर्मौ समाह्रियेते यस्मिन् सः अच् स्वरितसंज्ञः स्यात्. यस्मिन् वर्णे उदात्तत्वस्य अनुदात्तत्वस्य च समाहारः. So which has a mixture of both the properties of the udatta and anudatta, we call it as swarita. So swarita swaraha upari rekhaya uchyate. So there is a line above which indicates swarita. Prano, Saraswati, Vajebhihi, Vajinivati. Okay, line above is called swarita. Okay, so strictly speaking, as in if there are vedadhyayinah santi, tarhi there is one more swara which is called prachaya or ekashruti. So there is what we call an unmarked anudatta, but it is not, for simplicity, we are considering it as 3 swaras. Vastutaha veda uchcharane अन्यः स्वरः अपि अस्ति. तो प्रायेण व्याकरणे तु उदात्तस्य व्याकरणसूत्रेषु उदात्त अनुदात्त स्वरित एतेषां प्रयोगः भवति. तेषां विशिष्य चिह्नं ज्ञातव्यम्. अग्रिमसंज्ञा अस्ति अपृक्तः इति. अपृक्त एकाल् प्रत्ययः इति सूत्रम्. अपृक्तः एकाल् प्रत्ययः. एकाल प्रत्ययः यः सः अपृक्तसंज्ञः स्यात्. So there is a pratyaya ekah al yasmin tat, which contains a single letter. Okay, a pratyaya which has a single letter is called aprikta. Udaharanartham kvip iti pratyayah asti, tatra vakarah eva avashishyate. The rest are deleted by different sutras, so only vakara remains, so that will be called aprikta. एकाल प्रत्ययः. टिप् इति प्रत्ययः अस्ति, क्वचित् केवलः तकारः अवशिष्यते. यथा अपठत् इत्यत्र अन्ते केवलः तकारः, सः अपृक्तः. एवं सिप् इति प्रत्यये केवलः सकारः शिष्यते, सः अपृक्तः. यस्मिन् प्रत्यये एक एव अल् अस्ति, सः अपृक्तः प्रत्ययः. So there are a couple of questions. Why is the marked version of Ashtadhyayi not in use? Possibly because it is difficult to go back, because we need to go back and interpret it based on this. So it is not used because nobody has put in the effort, because it's not very useful. Basically there is a marked dhatu patha. Saswaraha धातु पाठः अस्ति. अतः सस्वर धातु पाठे उदात्त अनुदात्त स्वरिताः दृश्यन्ते. तत्र तस्य उपयोगः कर्तुं शक्यते, because in dhatus we use more of udatta anudatta swarita etc. So तत्र तः सः अस्ति, सस्वरः धातुपाठः अस्ति. पूर्णस्याः अष्टाध्याय्याः प्रयोगे प्रयोजनाभावात् कोऽपि न कृतवान् स्यात्. There have been attempts, I know, to make a saswara sutra patha completely, but it is not used. Okay, so there is one more question which says that this is a too simplistic explanation of Ucha and Nicha. Possibly. See, there are so many things. I mean, I do not know. Say, for example, Kumud, you quoted a thing. I do not know it, and I do not claim to be an expert in Swaras. Okay, I neither have Vedadhyana nor the Adhyana of Shiksha or Pratishakya to know more about Swaras. With regard to Udatta Anudatta Swarita, I am just quoting from the text. Okay, I do not know more about it. So if you know more, if you can explain, we would be glad to listen from you. But yeah, I also agree that it is not the correct or perfect explanation of Udatta Anudatta Swarita, or may not even be correct. Okay, so I just explained Padashaha Kaumudyam Yadasti Tadeva Uktam. If you would like to tell, maybe at the end of the class, you can explain more about it. I'm sure, I would be very glad to know more. So there is one more question. सामान्य स्वर प्रयोगस्य प्रयोजनं किं? वेदेषु बहुधा प्रयोगः दृश्यते, स्वरैः अर्थभेदः अपि अस्ति. So in today's thing, we do not see the samanya prayoga. See, in samanya prayoga, as we see later in Tinganta Rupa, in Rupa Siddhi we do use swaras, Udatta, Anudatta, etc. Kintu Ucharane saha bhedaha na drishyate ityeva. One more question. Is it the case that all Anuvritti will always be in consecutive sutras only? No. That's a general rule. There are exceptions. We have things like Manduka Plati, where Anuvritti might skip a few sutras and go later. There are a few cases where we take it to the previous sutra also, but they are all rare exceptions. Again, Vyakhyana is the pramana for Anuvritti. Okay, so it varies. General rule, yes, we take it in the consecutive sutras and we explain. Laghu Guru Samnya. Hrasvam Laghu. Very simple. Hrasvam Laghu Samnyam Syat. Hrasva is again a Samnya. Mukaloj Rasarika Prataha. So a Hrasva Swara is called Laghu. Okay. Hari ityasti. Akaraha Hrasva Swaraha. Sahapi Laghu. Laghuhu. Tatha Ikaraha. Sopi Hrasvaha. Ataha Laghuhu. Okay. Sanyoge Guru. Sanyoge Guru. Hrasvaha iti anuvartate. So from the previous sutra we have Hrasvaha. Sanyoge pare Hrasvam Guru Samyam Syat. So Hrasva Swara will be called Guru if it is followed by a Sanyoga. Say Gachantaha ityasti. Ga iti akaraha Hrasva Swaraha. Kintu agre Chakara Chakarayoho Sanyogaha asti. Sanyoge pare Hrasvam. So this akara will be Guru, because it is followed by a sanyoga. Similarly, cha, this akara is also hrasva. Kintu agre sanyoga asti. Nakara takara sanyoga. Ataha ayamakara api guruhu. Tathaiva yatha uktam agre anuswara asti chet athava visarga asti chet sopi guruhu ityeva pariganyate. Ataha ayamakara antimaha akara api guruhu. All three akaras here are called guru. Okay. Sanyoge guru iti sutram. Dirgham cha guru iti anuvartate purva sutrat. Sanyoge guru ityasmat guru iti anuvartate. Dirgham cha guru samyam syat. So dirgha swara will also be called guru. Okay. Ramaya. Ra iti dirghaha guru samyakaha. Ma iti dirghaha guru samyakaha. Ya iti hrasvaha laghu samyakaha. Okay. So dirgha is always guru. Hrasva, if followed by sanyoga, anuswara, visarga, or just a plain vyanjana, it is always guru. So if none of these, then it is laghu. Angam. Bahu Mukhyam, Mukhya Samya, Anga Samya. Okay. So there is a question, do Laghu and Guru affect the Ucharana Matra? See, they do not affect the Matra per se of Rasva or Dirgha, but that is a difference. That is Guru. So if it is Guru, the pronunciation is Gachantaha. So you have the Gach together is taken as one syllable. It is Guru. It does not affect the Matra of the Rasva. I mean, Rasva is still pronounced in just one Matra. Gach. So that A is only the Matra. So it does not change the Matra, but it does change the emphasis. Harihi, where you hear the plain swara, or if it is followed by a sanyoga, the emphasis changes. Okay. So question, is Visarga considered Dirgha by sanyoga? Visarga is not considered Dirgha or Haswa. You do not say Visarga as Rasva or Guru or Laghu. Visarga does not have Guru or Laghu Matra. It is not swara that way. When followed by a Visarga, the previous swara will be called Guru, not Dirgha. Please note that there is a difference between Hrasva Dirgha and Laghu Guru. That is the difference given here. So Hrasva Dirgha refers to the time, the Kala, whereas Laghu Guru do not refer to it. Okay. So the swara preceding a Visarga is considered a Guru, not a Dirgha. Okay. It is a Guru swara. So Anga Samya. Yasmat pratyaya vidhi tadadi pratyayengam iti anga samya vidhayakam sutram. Yasmat pratyaya vidhi tadadi pratyaye angam iti pancha padani santi. Yaha pratyayaha yasmat kriyate tadadi shabda swarupam tasmin pratyaye pare anga samyam syat. Orthaha yaha pratyayaha yasmat kriyate. Yasmat pratyaya vidhi, that on which we add a pratyaya. For example, pathu iti dhatuh asti, tasmat ti iti pratyayah kriyate. So yasmat pratyaya vidhi tat angam. Okay, so pathu is an anga. That to which we add a pratyaya is called a anga. So pathu is an anga with reference to the ti pratyaya. So yasmat pratyaya vidhi tadadi iti uchyate. इत्युक्ते किम्, इदानीं मध्ये अन्यत् किमपि योज्यते चेत् पठ इत्यस्मात् शप् इति अपरः प्रत्ययः क्रियते, अ इति प्रत्ययः. Now the whole thing tadadi, starting from this patha, including whatever comes in between, will be the anga. Tip pratyayasya patha iti purnamapi angam. Yaha pratyayah yasmat kriyate, patha ityasmat kriyate, tadadi shabda swarupam patha a iti purnamapi tasmin pratyaye pare, tip pratyaye pare patha iti angam. Okay, so anga is generally that to which we add the pratyaya, but if something comes in between the prakriti and pratyaya later, that is also included under the anga. So tip pratyayasya patha iti angam. Shap ityapi pratyayah tasya tu kevalam patha iti angam. So tasmin pratyaye pare. So anga is not a general definition. So when followed by a pratyaya, it depends on the pratyaya. Tip pratyayasya patha iti angam, a shap pratyayasya patha iti angam. So it is always with reference to a pratyaya that we speak of anga. Okay. So it is that to which you add a pratyaya and everything that falls in between. Okay. So patha iti shap pratyayasya angam, patha iti tip pratyayasya angam. So anga is a very important samya. Angasya iti adhikarah asti ashtadhyayam. From 641 षष्टाध्यायस्य चतुर्थपादे आरभ्य सप्तमाध्याय समाप्ति पर्यन्तं अंगाधिकारः अर्थात अंगस्य कार्यं विधीयते, and anga will get karyas. Okay, so anga is one of the important samyas which is used in Vyakarana, especially in the Tinganta Prakriya. We categorize dhatus based on the anga. itself. Okay, so remember this sutra well. Padam yapi asti. Kim nama padam? Sup tingantam padam. Subantam tingantam cha padasamyam syat. So a pada is either a subanta or a tinganta. Sup is the pratyayas which are added to namapada. Say Ramaha, Ramu, Ramaha. Te yattatra ye pratyayaha su, au, jas ityadayaha ekavimshatihi pratyayaha. Okay, so the 7 vibhaktis, 3 vachanas, the pratyayas are called sup pratyayas. Tadantam padam. Ting iti ashtadasha pratyayaha. What we see in pathati, pathataha, patanti, or vandate, vandete, vandante. So there are 9 plus 9, 18 pratyayas are called ting. So subantam tingantam cha padasamyam syat. There are only 2 kinds of words technically. A word, any word which we use in the language has to be either subanta or tinganta. Say Ramaha iti subantam, Rakshati iti tingantam, Eva iti avyayam, avyayam api subantam. So I mean, if we are defining it at the general level, we call 3 kinds of words: subanta, tinganta, and avyaya. Okay, but avyaya is included under subantas because technically we add a supratyaya and delete it. So the pratyaya does not have an effect, but still for it to be a pada, we add supratyaya and delete it. So avyayas are also subantas. Any word which is used in language has to be either subanta or tinganta. Sup tingantam padam. Antima samnyadvayam upasargaha gatihi iti samnyadvayam asti. Upasargaha kriyayoge iti sutram pradayah iti anuvartate. Okay, pradayah kriyayoge upasarga samnyaha syuhu. Pra ityadayah. There are 22 words which start with pra. Pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, ni, adhi, api, ati, su, ut, abhi, prati, pari, upa iti dvavimshatihi santi. Te kriyayoge upasarga samnyaha syuhu. When associated with a kriya, we call it as upasarga. Example: agacchati, pratisthate, paravartate. So whenever we associate with a kriya, we call it as upasarga. They need not always be associated with a kriya. Okay? We usually find them mostly as upasargas. I mean, they are famous as upasargas, but they can also be found in association with namapadas, like say pracharyaha or nishkaushambihi. We find them in association with also. So when associated with kriya, they are called upasargas. Gatishcha, gatihi cha pradayah iti anuvartate, kriyayoge ityapi anuvartate. Pradayah kriyayoge gati samnyaha api bhavanti. They are known as both upasarga and gati. Upasarga samnya has different purposes. Gati samnya has different purposes. Okay, so gati samnya, gati is not just pradis. There are other things also which get gati samnya. So for all particles which have gati samnya, there are some karyas. Whereas upasarga is always a pradi. There is no other upasarga. Gati can be a pradi, can be something else also. Whereas upasarga is only a pradi. So upasarga samnyas are used in different sutras for different karyas. Okay. So there is a question here. So one question, yeah, svikaroti, and there is angi karoti, tiro bhavati. All those are gati samnyas. Okay, uri kritya, angi kritya, sakshat kritya. So there are other particles also which is called gati. Gati is just a samnya. It is a term which is defined for pradis and also for many things. There are many things. If you look at the Ashtadhyayi, if you take out the Ashtadhyayi and start from here, from 1460. The following sutras all define Gati. There are different things which are classified as Gati in different contexts. So after terming them all as Gati, he tells different karyas for a Gati Samyaka word. Okay. There is one more question. Why are Nis and Nir considered separately? I mean, see, in Prayoga, we do not find a difference between Nis and Nir or Dus and Dur. Okay, but in the sutras itself, you find separately. I mean, the Nirdesha itself is separate. He says Nirah Kushaha and he says Nisas Tapatau. It shows that he takes them as two different. There are two different things. That is, Nisas Tapatau says for Nis and Nirah Kushaha says for Nir. Okay, so we know there are two things, but there is no, well, as far as I know, there is no tangible prayojana for difference, as in the forms will not differ with Nis and Nir or Dus and Dur. Okay. So there are a few more questions. What is the example for Gati? As I said, Angi Karoti or Tiro Bhavati. All those are examples of Gati Samya. Chvi Pratyayas are also Gati. Say Shukli Bhavati, Ashuklam, Shuklam Bhavati. That which is not white is made to be white. Shukli Bhavati. That is a Pratyaya called Chvi, which is also Gati. Yes. There is one more question. Is Gatyarthaka Dhatu same as Gati? No, no, no. It is not. Gatyarthaka Dhatu means a Dhatu which indicates movement, like Gachati, Chalati, etc. Whereas this Gati is a technical, Paribhashika Pada. It's a technical term which is defined by Panini. So a Gatyarthaka Dhatu is different from this Gati. Any other questions? Okay, there's a question. Why is Nakara seen at the end of Ang? You see in the Pradis that there is Ang. Okay. Yes, the Nakara is it. We use it as A, Agachati, etc. There is a purpose. So there is a Nit Akara and there is an Angit. So where there is Nit, there are particular karyas. If it is not Nit, there are particular karyas. You can see that if you go to the Pragrihya Samya, I mean, if you are interested more, you can go back to the old Kaumudi lessons which you find in the Pathashala. In Pragrihya Samya, you will find this Ang, okay, the Ngit and Angit. And if you want to know more, you can just put me a mail, so I'll explain. It's out of scope for now. Okay. Any other questions? Please don't, not ask questions. You can ask any question. There are some which I might be able to take during class, or some which I'll answer out of it because it is not required for the class at this time. Okay. Are there any other questions you can ask? So before that, we'll quickly sum up what we did today. So Tingantopayuktaha Samyaha. So this is a collection of the Samyas which we did today. So I'll just read the sutras. So I'll share the file with you so you can have a look at them for easy reference of Samyas. We will keep updating this. We have not dealt with all the Samyas which are required for Tinganta Prakriya. Okay. Sarvaha Samyaha Nadhitaha. Tinganta Prakriyayaha Arambhat Purvam Yaha Samyaha Apekshante Taha Eva Atra Uchyante. Punaha Yatha Pathamaha Tadha Itopi Samyaha Adhiyante. So we'll add these so that we'll have one reference file for Samyas. Okay. So Vruddhiradaich Adengunaha Halonantara Sanyogaha Mukhanasika Vachanonunasikah. So this is the Samni. Samnya is the term. Samni is what is conveyed by that term. So Vruddhi is the Samnya. So the Samni is A, I, Au. These are termed Vruddhi. So Gunaha, Samyinaha, Akara, Ekara, Okaraha. So Sanyogaha, Ajvihi, Avyavahitaha, Halaha. Anunasikaha, Mukhanasika, Vachano, Anunasikaha. So Swaraha, Sarvesham Swarana, Anunasikaha, Upari, Chandrabinduna Uchyate. So this mark above a Swara indicates that it is Anunasika. Similarly, y, v, l इत्येतेषाम् अनुनासिकप्रभेदः अस्ति. ङ, ञ, ण, न, म एते नित्य अनुनासिकाः. सम्प्रसारणम् इग्यणः सम्प्रसारणम् यण् स्थाने यः इक् सः सम्प्रसारणसंज्ञकः. लोपः अदर्शनं लोपः. लुक् प्रत्ययस्य लुक् श्लु लुपः. प्रत्ययस्य अदर्शनं लुक् श्लु लुप् इत्यनेन ज्ञायते. टी अचोन्त्यादि टी. अन्तिमः अच् तस्मात् पराणि व्यञ्जनानि. The last vowel and any consonants that follow together is called T. Upadha alontyat purva upadha. Upantimah varnah. The penultimate letter is called upadha. Pratyahara. So each pratyahara is a samnya. An is a samnya for a, I, u. Ach is a samnya for a, I, u, r, l, a, o, I, o. Sutra is adirantyena saheta. Hrasvaha dirghaha plutaha. Ukaloj hrasva dirgha plutaha. So u, उदात्त अनुदात्त स्वरित. उच्चैरुदात्तः नीचैरनुदात्तः समाहारस्वरितः. अपृक्तः एकाल प्रत्ययः. A pratyaya with a single letter. लघु गुरु. ह्रस्वं लघु संयोगे गुरु दीर्घञ्च. संयोगपरकः ह्रस्वस्वरः गुरुसंज्ञकः. दीर्घस्वरोऽपि गुरुसंज्ञकः. अंगम यस्मात् प्रत्ययविधिस्तदादि प्रत्ययेऽङ्गम्. पदं सुप्तिङन्तं पदम्. उपसर्गाः क्रियायोगे गतिश्च. सो प्रादयः क्रियायोगे उपसर्गसंज्ञां प्राप्नुवन्ति, गतिसंज्ञामपि प्राप्नुवन्ति. Okay, so you have studied these 25 samnyas today. Are there any questions? So there are two questions. One is, how can you get the last class? So please log into www.sanskritfromhome.in. So after every class, the notes, the audio and video are all separately uploaded there. Okay, so you can see the video in YouTube, or you can download the audio and the PDF of the notes. So it is available there. Second thing, somebody says that is not able to download the Excel file of Tingantopayogini Ashtadhyayi Sutra Patha. I had uploaded it as Excel, not as zip. So I don't know why it is in zip format. Please send me a mail, I'll attach it separately. But I have uploaded it as Excel, so you should be able to download it as Excel. Try it again. If you are unable to get the file, please send me a mail, I'll attach the file. Okay, yeah. So there's one question, why does Gati have the same Samni? I told it is not the same. It is not entirely the same. Gati is Pradayaha plus many other things. So together they are taken in one group as Gati for particular karyas. Whereas Upasarga is only Pradayaha, nothing else. So there are some karyas for only Upasargas, some for Gati. That is Upasarga, all these plus something else. So there is a difference in the domain. Yes, Sadagopan Mahodaya. See, this is not the only sutra which defines Gati. In this particular case, Pradayaha Upasarga Samnya, Upasarga Kriya Yoge Gati Samnyaha. But there are also other sutras, many other sutras which define Gati. Okay, not just this. So all of them together have particular karyas, whereas only the Upasargas have particular karyas. The karyas which are meant for Upasargas should not be applied for other things which have Gati Samnya. Whereas the karyas which are meant for Gati should also be there for the Upasargas. So that is why there are two different samnyas. Okay, so before I take other questions, just a second, there is this today exercise for today. I'll share the file with you in the class. I'll just show it to you here. So the first exercise. So there are 15 sutras. Identify the samnya used in each of this sutra. Okay. Kaha samnyaha upayuktaha iti nirdishya samnya vidhayakam sutram Say Sichi Vriddhi Parasmai Padeshu. Which is the Samnya here? What is the Samnya Vidhayaka Sutra? Okay, identify the Samnya and write the Sutra. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, find out the numbers of these sutras from the Ashtadhyayi. The purpose of the exercise is just to make you go through the Ashtadhyayi. So if you have a hard copy of the Ashtadhyayi, then it is easy. I mean, at the end there is an index, alphabetical index, so you can search through that. If you have a soft copy, it is much easier. You can just do a Control F for the sutra and you'll find the number. I just want you to find the number so that you go through the Ashtadhyayi and find out where these sutras are located. Third thing, if there are pratyaharas which are found within the sutras, find the pratyahara and find out which are the letters which are given by the pratyahara. Okay, say for example there is something like Nadichi. Ich is a pratyahara. So which are the letters given by the pratyahara? So there are three things to be done with the same set of 15 sutras. First, identify the samnya and define the samnya. Second, find out the number, sutra number. And the third, find out if there are pratyaharas and expand the pratyaharas. Okay, so that is the first one. Second one, in these sentences, find out Laghu and Guru. Mark Laghu and Guru. You can either mark it as La and Gu. For each letter, what is Laghu and what is Guru. So it is an application of Hrasvam Laghu, Sanyoge Guru and Dirghancha. Okay. Third one, identify Udatta, Anudatta and Swarita. Okay, there are Swara markings. So this is to make you comfortable in identifying Udatta, Anudatta and Swarita. Because we will be using a Saswara Dhatu Patha, and in a Dhatu, finding out the Udatta, Anudatta and Swarita is very important to define the properties of the Dhatu. So just practice finding out Udatta, Anudatta and Swarita. The last one, so in these words, what is Upadha and what is Ti? Okay. Remember, Upadha is the penultimate letter, Ti is the last Swara plus all consonants that follow. So find out what is the Upadha and what is the Ti. So that is all. Together it should not take you more than, I mean even at the very slowest it should not take more than an hour. So some 10 minutes each day should help you go through this. It will hopefully help you be more familiar with the samnyas which we will be using again and again in this. So now are there questions? Yeah, there's a question. Can I share the files as PDF? Yes, I'll put all files as both PDF and Office. Okay. I'll upload that this time. The Ashtadhyayi and also the other whatever exercises will be put as both Word and PDF, so you can use whatever you prefer. Second thing, is there another way to find out Udatta, Anudatta other than looking at the lines? For now, no. If it is text, no. Actually, the only way is Ucharana. You have to listen, learn the Vedas, Ucharana dvara eva jnatavyam. Because all the unmarked things are not actually Udatta. Okay. I mean, as I said, there is one more Swara. But for now, for our purposes, yes. You just have to look at the line. A line below is Anudatta, line above is Swarita, and nothing is Udatta. For our purposes now, yeah, that is the only way. Actual way of learning Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita is through Ucharana and not through the lipi. Okay. Any other questions? So example for It Samnya, we will study It Samnya in the next class in detail. Okay, the whole It Samnya Prakarana we will see in detail in the next class. So let's not go into that now. So for first time learners, somebody is requesting for sample answers. Yes, I'll give a sample answer. I'll include that in the file when I upload if you want. Okay. You don't need to send the homework. I'll make it clear that the homework is for your thing. I mean, I don't think I'll even be able to see if, I mean, there are quite a number of people who are listening. So it is for your practice. We will discuss the paper before, I mean, when we start next class, so we will discuss all answers. You can check it against the answers which are provided. Okay, so that will be done, but you don't need to send it to me, because I mean, very honestly, I might not be able to look at all these, all the assignments. Okay. If we have tests, yes, I'll look at them, then you have to send me the answers. But for the exercises which will be given every week, please solve them. They are for your practice. We will look at the answers at the beginning of the next class. Okay. Yogesh Mahodaya, प्रश्नः अस्ति वा?
नमस्ते सौम्या जी, अन्तिमः प्रश्नः यः अस्ति उपरि सम्यकं च सम्यकं च निर्देष्टव्यमस्ति
किं?
तत् दत्तेषु सर्वेष्वपि अन्तिमः प्रश्नः अस्ति दत्तेषु पदेषु किम् उपरि सम्यकं किञ्च टी सम्यकम् इति परिचेयम्।
सत्यम्।
अतः तत्र सर्वेषामपि पदानां कर्तव्यम् अथवा यत्र यत्र उपरि सङ्गच्छते टी सङ्गच्छते तत्र इति वा?
न, सर्वत्र कर्तव्यम्। टी उपधा इति सर्वत्र भवत्येव, तस्य प्रयोजनमस्ति वा न वा इति भिन्नं, तद्भिन्नं। टी इति सर्वत्र भवति, उपधा इति सर्वत्र भवति, एतत् केवलम् अभ्यासार्थं, सप्रयोजनम् अग्रे क्रियते। अस्तु, so we'll stop here. I'm sorry, we have exceeded the time by 10 minutes. We'll try to keep it within time in the next classes. Enakshara samamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat kritsnam vyakaranam proktan tasmai paninaya namaha. Vakyakaram vara ruchim bhashyakaram patanjalim paninim sutrakaram cha pranatosmi munitrayam. Sadagopan Mahodaya, prashnah asti va?
Nothing, sorry.
Yeah.
I sent it as a message.
Okay.
I forgot to put down.
Okay, no problem.